Hi Pisces, this is your forecast for the month of October 2017. If you have visited me before, I'd like to thank you for returning, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, or Pisces Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages with videos for love, finance, and other readings. Now, the last week you have the Hanged Man, and this is a major card, so this is an important week for you. Something is probably out of your hands, although this card has a tie to your ruler Neptune. So there could be some uncertainty this week. Matters, again, are still in limbo. There's a sense of waiting around. Action is suspended right now. Not a whole lot going on. So at the beginning of the month, you were probably making some progress. And now by the end of the month, you're kind of at a standstill and trying to figure it all out. And you may even be disappointed about something that, something you heard, or something regarding health or your financial situation, or again, a third party. You're disappointed. There could have been some issues of deception, something going on behind the scenes. And it could have been something insidious taking place without your even realizing it until it's too late, until the last moment. So this is going to be a week that calls for sacrifice on your part. For some of you, this may not be negative at all. You're trying to figure out ways to increase your income, and you're willing to selflessly dedicate yourself to a goal. But for others of you, again, there are more issues related to illness. It could be being a hospital patient, or dealing with someone, or maybe you're not so focused on the material, but you're giving more thought to the spiritual side of life. For others of you, you are looking at ways in which maybe you've been a martyr for a cause, and quite unnecessarily so. You could have been seeking validation, defining yourself by the wishes of others. Whatever it is, you're taking your time about something this week, and you may feel as if you're going through some kind of testing period, and everything is slowing down. Now, this process is going to allow you to gain some kind of enlightenment. You're tapping into consciousness if you allow that, and you're getting some spiritual messages, some spiritual attunement. And so this is a week of being flexible, being adaptable, letting go of the past, and changing the way you look at something. And it may require compassion or devotion. Again, some of you, there's some domestic or career changes that are happening, and sometimes you're having to give in to something, let go of how you want a situation to play out, and surrender to an opposing viewpoint. So this is a week where, for some of you, it's about your vision, your goal, your creativity, and your self-expression. Are you making unnecessary sacrifices, or are you really letting your own light shine? Are you building your creativity? Are you confident in your skills and your talents? So this is a week for you to take on a fresh perspective. Maybe, your whole world has been turned upside down. But you're having to be objective and see yourself in a different light, as well as situations. And the more you can pull back and gain focus, the more chance you stand to succeed. So you're having to make peace with something. You know, you did some introspection, some thinking, maybe it tied to an earth sign person, and you're really having to look over the past and reevaluate your goals so that you can move toward a better future for yourself. This is a week that requires your patience and your perseverance. And it's going to be easy with this new perspective for you to be realistic about your decisions. This is a week for you to maintain composure, and that is key. Regardless of what's happening, try to keep that tranquil state of mind. And regardless of what's coming at you, a disappointment, a setback, treachery, deceit, delay, you're going to be able to move through that without having your spirit broken. And you're going to be able to maintain your composure against accusations and, setups where people try to manipulate you emotionally or try to make you feel guilty when you shouldn't. So some of you may be making a lot of sacrifice. It may be for a worthy goal. There may be something big at stake where that's necessary, but others of you will be coming into self-awareness where you realize that you've been making some sacrifices and you've been getting very little return on it. You haven't been making any gains, or the gains that you've been making have been too slow and too small. And part of it is because you have been lacking confidence or faith in yourself, and you've been going with the path of least resistance. You've been allowing yourself to be too easily influenced or manipulated by other people and going along with situations that have in no way been good for you. So this is a week for you to get things out in the open. Maybe you've been hiding your frustration about one thing, and then it plays out in another area of your life as a resentment. Maybe you're even striking out at people who don't deserve it because you're not dealing with the core issue. So each time that you put those rose-colored glasses on, each time that you live in denial or sit around and wait for something to happen or get better, you're going to find yourself having to deal with something else as a result of that. So it's going to feel like a domino effect. You didn't take care of this, you chose to ignore it, and ultimately it reached over here and started affecting this area of your life. This is about understanding why you need to look out for your own self-interest, because no matter how ready you are to begin moving in that better direction, it's going to be very tempting and very easy for you to fall back on those self-limiting habits and attitudes. So this is about being, objective and maintaining your composure, and not being oblivious to situations or too self-absorbed where you don't recognize what's happening. For some of you, there could be, maybe somebody's having to pay for some kind of recovery, perhaps recovering from some type of addiction or some kind of mysterious illness, something that is hard to define.